What are you doing?
Well, you never know what you're gonna find. In the mixed boxes here. So you kind of got to dig through piece by piece, handful at a time, and pick out what you want.
What are you doing, Josh? Well, I saw a bunch like that.
Were they all red?
Different colors.
The red ones and the white ones and the teal ones are what I like to find. Some orange, sand green, teal down in the bottom.
Indeed, there is teal in the bottom here, along with the orange and the other colors that I was looking through. And we were at Bricks and Minifigs in Omaha today. Josh and I were both there and took a little trip with our dad, who is kind of doing the interview there. So, just wanted to show a little bit of footage from in the store, and also talk about some of the pieces available there. And there will be a separate video where I go into detail about all these parts. This bag was $40, but let's look at some of their other inventory. So of course, one of the main attractions is the bricks, just open and out there on the table. Josh and I digging through there most of our time today, a couple hours. And they have some color sorted down underneath the tables, but the majority are just kind of a mix in there. So if you know what you're looking for, just takes a little bit of time sifting through. And then some nice retired stuff, you know, the Hobbit sets, we haven't seen those for a couple years. And then around on the other side, some Castle, Prince of Persia. I know I've looked at that stuff on the channel, so that's getting harder to find. And then you can go back to some really older, you know, 20 years old, some more recent, and then maybe some of the stuff in the white boxes, complete sets with instructions, just not the original Lego box. So several sets like that. A pretty good range of years in retired stuff at the store, as well as current sets. So I think they're able to go and buy the current range, maybe not 100% of the range that's available right now, but some 2021, and then a couple years behind that. Some storage stuff with the minifig display cases in bulk and quantity, as well as some of the boat pieces and stuff like that. The other main attraction at Bricks and Minifigs is of course the minifigs, so pretty good selection of those. For the most part, I'd say they have several copies of some of the minifigs that are more sought after, especially the collectible minifig series like Ninjago seen here, and some Harry Potter. You might have to go back and pause if you're looking for specific figs. I moved a little quickly. And then some from the themes as well, even going back to the old Ninja themes, Galaxy Squad, Life on Mars. So plenty of different figs and some of the ones that are in high demand if that's what you're looking for. The staff really knowledgeable today. I know just talking with Chris, knowing a lot about Bionicle mask collecting, so that's not really an area of expertise for me, but I know some people are into that. So helpful to have people who know what they're doing, know what the fair prices are for that kind of thing. Just in terms of pricing in the rest of the store, like I said, this is a $40 bag, so volume here is maybe 1,000 pieces or more, so that's a pretty good deal, even for used Lego. The pricing tier for loose pieces started at $8 for a small cup, which is what Josh got. Then there was a $20 bag, and instead of being at half of this volume, the $20 bag is slightly less than half, so there's a bit of an incentive to go for the larger purchase. I actually started with the $20 bag, and that filled up pretty quickly for me, so I had to upgrade, and I was able to fill this up no problem, just with even the 6 tables that were there. Doesn't seem like a lot of pieces, but going through, especially having something in mind for what I was looking for today, helped fill that up pretty quick. The thing that I didn't have footage of for this video was the Build a Minifigure section, which is very similar to the Build a Minifigure sections in official LEGO stores, but they have the different pieces of minifigs, so torsos, legs, heads, hair pieces, and some accessories. All 5 main components of minifigs separated out in a different area of the store, and those are all priced individually. So what I did is I ended up buying 3 torsos, and the torsos are $2 a piece. So you don't want to buy maybe the generic city torsos. Look for some things that are harder to find, maybe in 1 or 2 sets, or getting pretty old now. That would be going up in value. But the other option is you can combine 1 of each of the 5 elements and build a complete minifigure for $4. So you do save a little bit of money if you go and find enough 1 of each per minifig to build something that you wanted. I didn't find too many legs or hair pieces that I was interested in at this store, so I opted to go with the individual items. I bought 3 torsos and 3 heads, so $6 for the torsos at 2 a piece, and then the heads were 75 cents a piece. One of these is double-sided, so that was nice. Yeah, so my purchase today was the loose bricks and the minifig pieces. I would recommend shopping at hobby stores, especially for used Lego, stuff like that, if you're looking for sets that are retired and getting harder to find. So that's the big draw for me, and Josh as well, I believe, is the kinds of pieces that you can't really find in new sets, or even in the official LEGO store pick-a-brick walls, because the pieces that they stock there are currently in production. So if you're looking for stuff like some of these engines, or maybe some of these older gears, and I would say a majority of these pieces are that kind of piece that isn't in current production. I just like to have a well-rounded collection of pieces from throughout the LEGO range of sets and parts. So I try to go to these hobby stores, Bricks and Minifigs being one of those when I can, and buy these pieces in bulk, because that is a pretty cost-effective way to do that. Just think of this in terms of a set. If you're spending $40 on a LEGO set, that's probably going to be 400 to 500 pieces, and here this bulk bag estimating close to 1,000. I am going to do, like I mentioned, a separate detailed look at all these pieces, so I'm going to do a count of everything here. I'm not just going to estimate, I'm actually going to count everything. I'll probably even build a rubricable parts list so I can track the value of these a little bit, and you know, some of the pieces I might want to know about. One of these green wheels, well, what sets do those actually come in? That's something I can do on rubricable. So stay tuned for all that coming up. Josh might do something with his little cup as well. I'm not sure how much he wants to do in terms of making content, but I love it. I love talking about older LEGO pieces. There's actually a pretty good amount of teal in here for secondhand at the hobby store, so some recent sets in the mix for sure. Good selection of Bricks and Minifigs Omaha. Check it out if you're in the market for used retired LEGO. Keep in mind that minifigs that are retired are going to be a little more expensive, so yeah, the prices on those higher than they could be when they were first released, but pretty comparable to Bricklink just in terms of what you're going to be paying there. So it's not a sponsored video, I just think they're doing a good job with the LEGO selection there and keeping things on the shelves and getting those to collectors like us. Thanks for watching, we'll see you next time on Brick System Brothers.